The first question says, what is the general term of the sequence 3, 8, 12, 13, 18 till infinity? Now, when you see a question like this, the first thing is to determine, is this an AP or a GP? How do I know? An AP has common difference. A GP has common ratio. So by common difference, it is 8 minus 3, 5. 13 minus 8, 5. 18 minus 13, 5. Of course, this is an AP because it has a common difference of 5. It's not a GP. GP is 8 divided by 3, which is not equal to 13 divided by 8, and which is not also equal to 18 divided by 13. So, of course, this is not a GP. Now, in this case, the first term is what? 3. The common difference, we just said it is 8 minus 3, 5, which is equal to 13 minus 8, 5 as well. Okay, so to calculate for nth term of a GP, which is also the general term, the formula works. U sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 times D. Now, we have this. A is 3 plus n we don't know. Our D is what? 5. So what is this equal to? 3 plus 5 times n is 5n. 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. So the final answer becomes un is equal to 5n. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So this is the nth term or the general term of this sequence. And I can see this option under option A. Question 2 says, solve the logarithmic equation log 6 minus x to base 2 equal to 3 minus log x to base 2. So let's solve it. First thing I will do here is this. I will rearrange the equation like this. Log to base 2 of 6 minus x. Then this other one that has a log we cross, plus log to x to base 2. It is plus because here it is minus. If it crosses, it becomes plus. Equal to 3 that is left. So I will apply the law of logarithm for addition to evaluate this. They are of the same base. So the law of logarithm says that I will multiply the two logs, that is log 6 minus x times x to base 2, which is equal to what? 3. This is the law of logarithm here. This multiplies this because it is addition sign. Okay? So, this is what I have. Applying another law of logarithm, these two here will take 3 as a power and the log will disappear. And the result will be this. This is the result. 6 minus x times x is now equal to 2 raised to the power of 3. This is the law of logarithm taking effect here. Okay, so what I have now is an equation. X times 6, that's 6x. X times minus x is minus x squared, equal to 2 to the power of 3, that's 8. Now, this is a quadratic equation. Let me rearrange it. Minus x squared plus 6x, the 8 will cross and turn to minus 8, equal to 0. Right? What I'll do now is to eliminate this minus sign. I'll divide through by minus, and the result will be equal to this. X squared plus will turn to minus, minus will turn to plus, equal to 0. So I need two numbers that I will multiply to give me 8. I will add to give me minus 6. Of course, the numbers are minus 2 and minus 4. Minus 2, minus 4. So this equation will become x squared minus 2x minus 4x plus 8 equal to what? 0. Okay? So, factorizing by grouping, we have this. X is common to these first two. Bring S out. X squared divided by X is X. Minus 2X divided by X is minus 2. Close the bracket. What's common to this next two is minus 4. Minus 4x divided by minus 4 is x. 8 divided by minus 4 is minus 2, equal to what? 0. So from this, the two brackets are the same. I will pick one of the brackets, which is x minus 2. Okay, just watch me here. X minus 2. Then these other terms outside, x minus 4, will form another bracket. X minus 4, all equal to 0. So from here, I can solve the equation. X minus 2 equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to what? 0. And so this is what my answer will be. X minus 2 equal to 0. Solve this. X is equal to 0 plus 2, which is 2, or x is equal to 0 plus 4, which is what? 4. So x is either equal to 2 or 4. And I can see that under option A, which says x equal to 4 or 2. This is question 3, and the question is under probability. It says a bag contains 8 red balls and some white balls. If the probability of drawing a white ball is half of the probability of drawing a red ball, then find the probability of drawing a red ball and a white ball without replacement. The question says there are 8 red balls. So number of red balls is equal to what? 8. And some white balls, some. That means the number of white balls here is not disclosed. So number of white, let's represent it with x, with y. Since the question didn't tell us the exact number of white balls, let's take it to be y. Now, the question went further to say, if the probability of drawing a white ball is half of the probability of drawing a red ball, what does that mean mathematically? Probability of drawing a white ball, let's use white for short, is equal to half, which is 1 over 2, of, which is times, the probability of drawing a red times probability of drawing a red ball. Alright, now what is the probability of drawing a white ball? Remember what probability is. Number of white balls divided by total number of balls in the bag. So probability of drawing a white ball is equal to number of white balls, which is y, all over. Now there are 8 red balls. There are y white balls. So number of balls in the bag total will be 8 plus y, which is equal to half times probability of drawing a red ball. There are 8 red balls. There are 8 plus y balls altogether. 8 plus y balls altogether. So our aim here is to look for the value of y first, so that we can determine the probability of drawing a white ball. 2 here is 1. 2 here is what? 4. 8 plus y will cancel 8 plus y. So what we have now is y is equal to how many? 4. So this means that in the bag, there are 4 white balls. So making a total of 12 balls altogether. 8 plus 4 is 12. There are 12 balls in the bag. Now, what is the probability of drawing a red ball and a white ball without replacement? What this means is that a red ball was picked and a white ball was picked. Before picking the white ball, the red ball wasn't replaced. So this is the point. The answer to this question will now be this. Therefore, probability of picking a red ball and a white ball without replacement is this. Probability of picking a red ball first is, we said is 8 over 12. There are 8 red balls divided by the total number of balls in the bag, 12. That's probability of picking a red ball, 8 over 12. Now, and signifies multiplication. Probability of picking a white ball without replacement. That word without replacement must be noted. If out of 12 balls, I remove 1, it means that there are already 11 balls left when I want to pick the next ball. So, there will be 11 balls left by the time I want to pick the white ball. So, how many white balls are in the bag? 4 white balls. The total will no longer be 12 because I have picked 1 red, so it will now be 11. This is the notion of probability without replacement. 4 here is 1, 4 here is 3. 8 times 1 is 8. 3 times 11 is 33. This is the solution to the very problem, and option D gives me the correct answer. So I'll move to the next question right away. Now, this is question 4. It's a question under bearing. A boat sails 8 kilometers north from P to Q. Now, let's write that, or let's represent that. This is a point P, for example. This is the north, east, west, and south. Okay, this is north, this is east, this is west, this is south. The boat says 8 kilometers north of P. So let me say 8 kilometers north is just to take the line upwards. Let's say this is 8 kilometers. Then from P to Q, that is this point now is what? Q. The boat move from P to Q 8 kilometers. Alright. And then sails 6 kilometers west from Q. The boat is here now. It says west. So west is towards this direction. So this is west. How many kilometers? 6. So of course 6 should be smaller than 8. Let's take this as the 6 kilometers. Pardon my drawing. Alright, this is where the boat is now. And this point is arrow. That's from Q to arrow. So the boat is at point arrow now. Alright, the question wants us to determine the bearing of arrow from P. First of all, I will have to connect arrow and P together. I've connected arrow and P together. Now, the bearing of arrow from P is the angular distance from this point, the north of P, down to where I have arrow. That's bearing for you. The angular distance from the north, always from the north, down to the line that connects P and arrow, which is this. So I need to get this full angle, and that angle is the bearing. But I know that from here to here, this full angle is 360 degrees. So if I can get the angle inside this triangle, it's just for me to subtract it from the full 360. What is left is now the bearing. So let's look for a way to get this triangle first, this angle first. Now, watch this. Let's call this angle inside theta. Theta, 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers. I can connect them using a trigonometric ratio. Opposite, adjacent. That's tan. So, tan theta is actually equal to 6 all over 8. The kilometer will cancel kilometer, so that's why I didn't put it down. Now, what is 6 over 8? Tan theta is equal to 0.75. So, to get theta, I will take the tan inverse of both sides. Theta is equal to the tan inverse of 0.75. 36.86 degrees. That is the angle inside this place. So, the bearing of arrow from P now will be equal to this entire angle, which is 360, the full circle now, 360 degrees, minus this angle inside, 36.86 degrees. So 323.1 degrees. So the question says to the nearest degree, So it's simply what? Approximated to 323 degrees. And I can see that under option B. So that gives us the correct answer to this very question. So we'll move now to question 5. Alright, question 5 says, the area of a circle is increasing at a constant rate of 1.5 centimeters squared per second. We have to find three significant figures: the rate at which the radius is increasing when the area of the circle is 2 centimeters squared. Alright, first of all, where is this question coming from? This question is from the application of calculus, rate of change. Now, the area of a circle is increasing at this rate. So what is the area of a circle first of all? The area of a circle is equal to what? Pi r squared. So to determine the rate of increase, I will differentiate A with respect to t and differentiate this other side with respect to t. So this is what I'm talking about. dA dt, differentiate A with respect to time, is equal to, let's differentiate pi r squared. Pi is a constant, so it will now be 2 times pi, that's 2 pi, times r raised to power 2 minus 1, which is 1. Then I will write the r dt. I'm writing the r dt because I differentiated r with respect to t. Here, I differentiated a with respect to t. That's why it is dA dt. The question says, find the rate at which the radius is increasing. So the rate at which the radius is increasing is dr dt. That's what we have to find. So here I will make the r dt the subject of the formula. So I will have to divide both sides by 2 pi r. 2 pi r, 2 pi r. So what is left now is dr dt, dr dt is equal to 1 all over 2 pi r times dA dt. It is 1 over 2 pi r because dA dt is being divided by 2 pi r. That's why I wrote it as 1 over 2 pi r. This increase in area is this our dA dt. That's the increase in area. So the r dt from here, we can say the r dt is equal to 1 over 2 pi r times, in place of the r dt, I'll write 1.5 as 1.5. Let's forget about the unit for now. So what I need to get now is my r. But they told us that the area of the circle is 2 centimeters squared. Okay. From that area of a circle, we are going to get the radius. Area of a circle says, let me do it here. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. Okay, the area is 2 centimeters squared. We are looking for r. So I would divide both sides by pi. This is 2 over pi is equal to r squared. Now I will take the square root so that r will be equal to the square root of 2 over pi. So the value of r is root 2 over pi. Now, this value of r will enter this very expression for the r dt. That's the point. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making substitutions. That's the idea. Now, what is the value of root 2 over pi? We have it as 0.79772. Okay, that's for the radius. So I'm going to put 0.79772 for r. The r dt is equal to 1 all over 2 times pi. Pi is 22 over 7 times r, which is 0.79772 times 1.5. All right. So 1.5 times 1 is 1.5. So let me just multiply 2 by and 0.79772. 5.01424. So 1.5 divided by this is 0.29914. That is this. So since the question says to three significant figures, this value will now be equal to 0.2. I should stop at 1, 2, 3. I should stop here. But after 9, what do I have? 1. 1 is not up to 5, so I will round it down to 0. 0 plus 9 is 9. So the answer is 0.299 centimeter per second to three significant figures. This is the answer. And this I can see under option D. Question 6 says, an article when sold for 230 naira makes a profit of 15%. Find the profit or loss percent if it was sold for 118 naira. And the options are given. Now, we were given the selling price 230 naira, the percentage profit 15%. So what we need to get first is the cost price of the article. Now, I know that percentage profit or profit percent is equal to selling price minus cost price all over the cost price times 100%. Okay, so our percentage profit here is 15%. So we have 15% is equal to, the selling price is 230 naira. We are looking for the cost price times 100%. The 50% we cancel percent. So what we have now is this. Let me break it here. 15 is equal to, the 230 minus CP will multiply 100. 230 times 100 is 23000. That's 23,000. And minus CP times 100 is minus 100 CP. All over what? CP. So from here now, I'll have to cross multiply. 15 times CP, that's 15 CP, is equal to everything I have here. That is 23,000 minus 100 CP. So I'll just collect like terms and solve for CP. 15 CP plus 100 CP, because of this minus, if we cross it becomes positive, equal to 23,000. 15 plus 100 is 115, equal to 23,000. So I'll divide both sides by 115. Divide both sides by 115. 115 will cancel 115. So CP is now equal to what? 200. That's 200 naira. So the cost price is 200 naira, which is CP. Now look at the question again. It said we should find the profit or loss percent if it was sold for 180 naira. We just calculated its cost price to be 200 naira, and now the selling price is 180 naira. It means that there is a loss because the cost price is bigger than the selling price. So we will now calculate for loss percent. Loss percent. So let's get the percentage loss. Percentage loss is equal to cost price minus selling price divided by the cost price times 100%. So the cost price is 200 naira. 200 minus the selling price is 180 all over 200, which is the cost price, times 100%. Alright, 200 minus 180 is 20. So that's 20 over 200 times 100%. Alright. 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So it is 10% loss. And that answer we can see under option B, 10% loss. Right, this is question 7. Question 7 says, a student is using a graduated cylinder to measure the volume of water and reports a reading of 18 milliliters. The teacher reports the value as 18.4 milliliters. What is the student percentage error? Alright, this question is under percentage error, so let's solve and get the correct answer. Percentage error is equal to the actual error, and the actual error is wrong measurement minus the true measurement, for short, all over the true measurement, then times 100%. Alright, we usually take the modulus of this. Take note. We usually take the modulus. Modulus, we turn it to positive. Now let's apply it. The student reported 18 milliliters. The teacher reported 18.4 milliliters. So you will agree with me that what the teacher reported is what is true or what is correct, and what the student reported is the wrong. That means the wrong measurement is this 18 milliliters and the true measurement is 18.4 milliliters. So let's go ahead. We have it as the wrong measurement 18 milliliters. I want to ignore this unit here. The true measurement 18.4 divided by the true measurement 18.4, the modulus of this, times 100%. Okay, 18 minus 18.4 is minus 0.4 divided by 18.4 times 100%. Alright, let's go ahead. So minus 0.4 divided by 18.4, I have minus 0.02173 times 100%. Okay, so what happens now is that the modulus of this negative number is the positive of this number. So that minus sign will disappear in the answer. That is 0.02173 times 100%. That it is equal to 2.17%. Option A, 2.17%. Alright, this is question 8 and it reads, find the compound interest on 15,700 naira for 2 years at 8% per annum compounded annually. Now, the first thing we'll do here is to calculate the amount after 2 years. So for compound interest, the amount says the formula, the principal times 1 plus arrow over 100 raised to power n. P is the principal, arrow is the rate, n is the time or the number of years. So let's calculate the amount. The principal is 15,700 naira. 15,700 times 1 plus the rate is 8%. That's the 8 over 100. Then it is compounded for 2 years. That's t equal to 2. So what's this equal to now? This is equal to 15,700 1 plus 8 over 100 is 0.08 raised to power 2. 1 plus 0.08 is 1.08. So the amount is equal to 15,700 times 1.08 raised to the power of 2. 15,700 times 1.08 to the power of 2 is 1.1664. So multiply this by 15,700, 18,312.48 naira. So this is the amount after 2 years. Now there is a formula that says amount is equal to principal plus interest. So we have gotten the amount already. We know what the principal is, so let's get the interest. So the interest will be equal to the amount minus the what? The principal. So in this case, we are dealing with compound interest. This formula works for both compound interest and simple interest. So our compound interest is equal to amount minus the principal. The amount is 18,312.48 minus the principal is 15,700. So what is this difference equal to? 2,612.48. This is the compound interest after 2 years. And this option we can see in option C. Question 9 says, let a binary operation be defined on a set A. The operation will be commutative if, for commutativity of a binary operation, we have it that A operation B is equal to B operation A. So option A is the correct option. Alright, look at question 10. It's a question on set. In a group of 500 people, 350 people can speak English and 400 people can speak French. Find how many people can speak both languages. Let me use E to represent those that speak English and F to represent those that speak French. So number of persons that speak both French and English, which is F union E, is equal to what? 500. Okay. Number of persons that speak English is 350. Number of persons that speak French is 400. We are looking for those that speak both, which is the number of persons that speak French and English. This is F intersection E, French intersection English. This is what we are looking for. This formula will help us. Number of F union E is equal to number of F plus number of E minus number of F intersection E. Number of F union E is 500. Number of F is 400. Number of E is 350. Then minus number of F intersection E. Okay, that's 500 equal to 400 plus 350 is 750 minus number of French intersection English. So if we collect like terms, we have this 500 minus 750 is equal to minus number of F intersection E. So 500 minus 750 is minus 250 equal to minus N F intersection E. So what happens? Minus we cancel minus. It means that the number of persons that speak French and English, that is, that speak both language, they are 250 in number. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share this video to your friends. I'll see you in the next one.